if you're new here, I am Professor Bunt Buddy, or the Bunt Buddy, or Z for Zay, the Bunt Buddy. Right now I'm teaching a class, Intro to Baking. And this week in week 5, we had our theory on blondies versus brownies. So we've had our theory, as well as I shared a recipe for some bourbon pecan brownies. That full recipe step by step is available on my YT channel. Simple, easy, fudgy brownie. This is not an overcomplicated recipe. You'll be surprised how easy it is to make homemade brownies. Very simple, very easy. And so that's what we're gonna do today, okay? So our oven is preheating to 325 or 350, okay? And we're gonna melt down 4 ounces of butter, okay? So I'm gonna put my butter in this bowl right here. And I actually wanna chop it in half, but we're gonna put our butter in this bowl and we're going to melt it. So, all right. All right, I'm gonna melt my butter down. I got my butter on 1 minute melting down, okay? So now in a separate bowl, let's go ahead and let's combine our dry ingredients, okay? So for our dry ingredients, we have half a cup of all-purpose flour. We have 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. And we're also gonna have a 1/4 of a cup of baking powder, okay? I also have my sifter here. This is my Bunt Buddy sifter, currently sold out. But I'm gonna put my flour and my baking powder in this sifter and sift it into this bowl, okay? Are y'all with me? Let me check on my butter. Butter is melted. You can see here the butter is melted, right? I'm gonna let it sit and cool because we want our butter to be cool before we add in our other ingredients, okay? All right, my butter is cooling. All right, got my sifter. I'm just gonna dump it all in here, guys. Do you need to have a sifter? No, you're okay. You don't need to have it. You're fine. So I got my sifter. If you don't have a sifter, that's fine. You should have, make sure you got a whisk, okay? So I got my sifter here. I'm gonna put my cocoa powder in here. Wait, can you guys see? I feel like I'm going fast. Let me know if I'm going too fast, okay, guys? All right, can y'all see? Okay. Sifter here. Gonna add in my all-purpose flour. Also gonna add in my cocoa powder. And I have not measured out, but this is 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, okay? Who remembers what we learned with our measuring in week 1? 1/4. How much cocoa? 1/3 of a cup. 1/4 a teaspoon of baking powder, okay? All right, all that's been combined, okay? All-purpose flour is 1/2 of a cup. Everything, the class supply list was posted 2 days ago, Wednesday. The full class supply, so this entire recipe has been posted. It's been shared. Okay, it's in my sifter, okay? I'm gonna sift it all out into this bowl. That's what I'm doing, okay? Sifting it into this bowl. Yes, thank you. Unfortunately, our butter is still too warm for us to go ahead and start mixing in that. But okay, so our dry ingredients are sifted out here. 1/2 cup of flour, 1/3 a cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 a teaspoon of 1/4 a teaspoon of baking powder, okay? All that's sifted together. If you don't have a sifter, that's totally fine. Okay? But the reason why we're not going to move forward making homemade brownies, we're not moving forward right now with the butter because it's still too warm and because we don't want our eggs to cook in our butter, okay? So we're gonna combine our wet ingredients, which would be our butter, our eggs, our sugar. Sugar's not a wet ingredient, I know, but you put the sugar with the butter, and our vanilla, okay? But we need our butter to cool off a little bit more, okay? I may just put it in the refrigerator for a few seconds, but I don't want it to solidify on me, okay? So probably should have had my butter melted. So let me put my butter in the refrigerator to cool. If you're baking with me, let's put our butter in the refrigerator for a few minutes. We don't want it to solidify, but we want to cool it down so that we can move forward with our recipe. Again, the reason we don't want to move forward with this hot butter is because we're gonna incorporate our eggs. We don't want our eggs to cook in this warm butter. We don't want our eggs to scramble. It's almost like, you know, when you're making German chocolate frosting, you gotta make sure that frosting is temper correct when you add that egg yolk so that it doesn't turn into an egg, okay? So let's cool our butter for a few minutes. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. Now our butter is melted, it's cool. I'm gonna add my cooled butter. And I'm gonna scrape my butter out this bowl because I'm not wasting any butter. We can wait a bit more. Well, y'all, these eggs scramble because of the pressure. All right. All right. To this bowl, I'm gonna add my sugar. So we got our melted butter. We got our cup of sugar. We're gonna combine that. And it should be 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You can do 1. I'm gonna eyeball this. I'm not gonna use a measuring spoon. If that's okay with y'all. Let me get another whisk. I'm gonna mix this together, okay? Mix this together. Somebody feel like recapping the dry ingredients for Lady 19800? The full class supply list is posted from 2 days ago. All right, my butter and sugar mixed together, y'all, okay? Right, I don't want to cook the eggs in the butter. So now I'm going to add my eggs to this, okay? I'm going to add my vanilla last. Okay? I'm going to crack my egg right over the bowl. All right. Y'all with me? Got my eggs. I'm going to whisk it together. Let's hope they don't scramble, y'all. Breathe this, you with me? Thank you, Marissa. All right, I'm whisking all that together. And I did this wrong, y'all. I should have put my, I should have put this in a bigger bowl. That's okay, though. Whisk it together until well combined. And notice, we don't need any kind of equipment. You don't need a stand mixer. You don't need a hand mixer. We're making these brownies with our hands, okay? Okay, make sure that's combined. Make sure that's combined really, really good. Y'all with me? Who's with me? There you go, Marissa. Thank you. And actually, let me grab a bigger bowl. All right. Why did you grab the bigger bowl, Professor Bunbutt? Because really, I want to incorporate the eggs are room temperature. All your ingredients should be room temperature. Really, I want to incorporate my dry ingredients into my wet ingredients. But I put my dry ingredients in the bigger bowl and put my wet ingredients in the smaller bowl. So I did that kind of backwards. But, okay. So, let me pour this in here. I can get a better whisk on it, too. More room. So in this bowl, we have butter, melted butter, eggs, and sugar. I have not added my vanilla yet. Okay. I'm gonna keep whisking that up till I get it well combined. Okay, thank you. All right, got that. I'm gonna use this Trader Joe's organic pure bourbon vanilla extract. Yes, I've melted the butter and then I let it cool, Hallie Cakes. That's exactly what I did, okay? 1 teaspoon, cap full or so, however you decide to do it. So pour it in my vanilla extract. If you're my student, use your measuring spoon. Don't be like me. I've been doing this a little while, okay? So don't be like me. Be better than me. All right, still gonna whisk. Okay? And these are gonna be fudgy brownies. If you want cake-like brownies, you can add more flour. Yep. Till the ancestors tell you to stop. There you go. All right. So right here, melted butter, 2 eggs, sugar, vanilla, okay? Now, we want to fold in our dry ingredients, okay? Folding in our dry, I'm gonna pour them in here, but this is where we're gonna, I'm gonna use this same spatula, okay? And we're gonna fold these ingredients in, okay? Using your hand, gently fold, okay? Uh-oh. Fold them in, guys. Hey. Fold in, guys. All right, who's with me? Thank you. That's what I wanted it to be, Hallie. Just some nice background music. I gotta have some kind of white noise in the background. Okay. Who's with me? I know one of my students was in here, breathed this. They were making the brownies as well. So if you're following along with me, how's the folding process going? Thank you. I love it too. I thought it was appropriate for today. I'm actually done with the folding process. I just want to make sure that my students, thank you. I want to make sure that my students are good on the folding as well. You see that? Simple brownie. That's it. You can taste it if you want to. Is it sweet enough? That's good. These are pretty much like pantry brownies. What we made today, you should typically have in your house, okay? We used all-purpose flour, we used butter, we used sugar, we used vanilla extract, and we used baking powder. Very simple. Oh, and cocoa powder. I'm sorry, the most important, cocoa powder. Very simple, very easy brownies. That's it. Now our brownies, we have combined our wet ingredients and our dry ingredients. Now we can add any kind of enhances, you know, any kind of extra fillers. I got some Samoas here. Let me open up a couple of them. We'll crush up some Samoas and put in here. Fold them in. Girl Scout cookies. These are my husband's favorites, so I'm missing it. I love brownies. It's okay. I will repost. I will edit this video and repost to my YouTube, okay? Hold on, y'all. For the people that's baking with me, your oven preheated, your brownie ready to go, your brownie batter ready to go. These cookies were frozen, so I may have to. I'm just gonna take a couple of them. Okay, they on the way. Here you go. They were in our freezer because I buy so many boxes and then I freeze them so we'll have them. But I'm not doing this no right or wrong way, rhyme or reason. You can put them in a Ziploc bag and chop them up. You can put them in a food processor. I'm not doing all of that. We haven't prepped our pan yet, Monique Latrice. We're gonna do that next. Folding up a couple of these cookies, maybe 3 or 4, but this is a small batch of brownies. Right. A couple of cookies in there. Gonna fold them in. And the batter is supposed to be thick. It should be thick, okay? All right, so cookies are in our brownie dough. This recipe is for an 8x8 pan, okay? Ooh, King George on. I thought I knew the meaning. Okay, anyway, this is the 8x8 Pyrex dish. You can use a 9x9 as well. They'll just be a little thinner. If you want to make 9x13 brownies, then you would double the recipe, okay? But this is for an 8x8. Remember, this is intro to baking. Prepping our pan. Y'all know what my favorite is. Oh, I'm not supposed to show brands. baking spray with flour. We're gonna use baking spray with flour, okay? And we're gonna take our baking spray with flour. I'm spraying it, I'm just not spraying it here so it'll be everywhere. Spray your pan, okay? All right, my pan is sprayed. I'm gonna take my pastry brush. Make sure it's evenly distributed with the spray, okay? Eight by 8 pan ready. Brownie batter. Scoop it out into your pan. Going on. Spread your batter in your pan as evenly as possible, okay? Spread your batter as evenly as possible, okay? 8 by 8 brownie batter in there. Remember, I had those leftover crushed pecans. Not much, but I'm gonna take whatever I have left. I'm just gonna sprinkle them across the top, okay? And I'm just gonna sprinkle these across the top of my brownies, okay? This is optional. If you don't have this, it's okay, because this was not on the supply list. This isn't perfect. They just on there. I found me a good thing. All right. This is what we got, y'all. Thank you, Miss D. My brownie's sliding. All right. So we have a simple, basic homemade brownie recipe. We didn't add in, you don't have to, but I did add in with some crushed Samoa Girl Scout cookies, as well as I topped them with some crushed pecans that I had left. This is all stuff that you have in your pantry staple. This is all stuff I had at home. Yes, walnuts are totally fine. Use whatever. You can use walnuts, pecans, almonds if you want to, or no nuts at all. So now we're gonna bake these in the oven. I'm gonna give my brownies, because I'm using a glass dish and I'm also on 325, I'm gonna give my brownies between 27 and 30 minutes. So during this time, we'll talk, okay? If you're not using a glass dish, you may wanna give your brownies between 22 and 25 minutes. And if you're on 350, so if you're on 350, 22 to 25 minutes. If you're using a metal pan, also 22 to 25 minutes, okay? But each oven varies, and we'll test them out throughout this baking time. So let me put my brownies in. I'm gonna set it at the lowest for 27 minutes, okay? And it's going. It's going. Yep, use what you have on hand. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Okay, y'all, my brownies are beeping again. Let me check them. It's time to check them. I smell them. Breathe this. How are your brownies? Y'all still don't think they done yet, but they're supposed to be gooey, so hold on. Hold on, y'all. Not quite what I want just yet. Not quite. So now we're at, okay, we did 27 minutes first, and then we did 5 more minutes, so they gave us 32 minutes. So now I'm putting 5 more minutes on them, so we're gonna be at 37 minutes, okay? We want them gooey, we want them crusty on the edges, but we want them gooey in the middle. Okay, and I'm using an 8 by 8 pan, 37 minutes for Nina. Okay, so that's probably where we're gonna be at, y'all. We started with 27 minutes because I didn't want to overbake them. I put 5 more minutes on them, they gave me 32. And now I just put 5 more minutes on, so that'll give me 37 minutes. So each oven varies. This is full transparency, y'all. Like I said when we were making that pound cake, what if it doesn't flip out? What if it doesn't bake right? What if? Baking is a science. Things happen, right? Anything can go wrong. And these brownies could be raw as day. But I'm being transparent with y'all. And I'm putting extra time on these brownies so y'all can see in full transparency how things work, okay? I think they're ready. This week we made brownies. Yeah, that's a little better. See, I want a little bit of crumb. Can y'all see that? I want a little bit of crumb on there. Yeah. All right, y'all. These are done. To my accelerated student, Nina, thank you so much. She said 37 minutes. So on 325, these brownies took 37 minutes on 325 for me, okay? 325, 37 minutes. We're gonna let them cool, but let me show y'all. This is what we have. Can y'all see that? 8x8 pan. Just got done baking these maybe 10 minutes ago. I put them in the refrigerator to cool. You can see, can y'all see the edges right here? Look, crispy edges. Crispy edges. I added in some crushed up Girl Scout cookies. You don't have to, this was optional. But I added in some crushed up Girl Scout cookies, and I added in some leftover crushed pecans that I had. They've been cooling now, okay? So now I'm gonna cut into these, and I'm gonna cut into them, and these are fudgy, chewy brownies. So y'all can see full transparency. They may or may not be done. I do this every class, the element of surprise. What's gonna happen if they're not right? We bake these for 37 minutes, but let's see. This is my knife. See that? See the residue? Okay. Y'all want a corner piece? We typically like the corner piece, right? My husband loves the corner piece. Again, this is my knife. You can see that fudginess right here. See that? And a little bit of crumb. Y'all see that? Oh, let me get a spatula. Oh, hold on. When I say fudgy, that's what I mean. Y'all see that? Oh, look at it in that sunlight, baby. Somebody take a picture. Oh, dropping all on my counters. Oh my gosh. Do y'all see that? Here you go. We got the caramelization on top from the sugar. These are still warm. Eating off my countertop. Y'all seen me clean up. This is what we made today in class. And when I say fudgy, this is what I mean, y'all. Can y'all see that? Oh, y'all. See the moisture from the butter? All I need is a scoop of ice cream, but guess what? Oh, that's some more, y'all. That coconut, that's good. This is our brownie. This is our brownie texture. Oh, y'all. That's so good. Oh, we need some vanilla ice cream. Y'all can't really see that. I'm trying to show y'all. Can y'all see that texture right there? $37 minutes. Let me show y'all an end piece, the crusty piece, the piece that we love the most. There y'all go. Y'all see that? That's exactly how I like mine too. Oh, y'all. Y'all hear that? Mmm. Mmm. Delicious. Yeah, this is good. Look at it again from a knife. It's gonna fall in my hand. That's why I got my hand right here, but 37 minutes. They're fully done. Pantry, ooey gooey pantry brownies.